Up next on Lion TV, we have Madeline Bulin with a story on an SHS student with an autoimmune disorder and Linus Bowman with all the newest weather updates.
And me, Marley Price, with all your NFL playoffs updates. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Good morning, SHS. Welcome back to Lion TV. I'm Emily Tyler.
And I'm Paige Reynolds. We hope you've had a great week so far. Let's get started with some quick announcements.
Make sure to congratulate Jaden Sapratman, Kristen Tranum, and our very own Marley Price and Sophia Neighbors on their musicology win at their beta convention. Way to represent Lion TV. And Sawyer Neal won 4th in Agri Science.
If you see a varsity cheerleader today, don't forget to congratulate them on a job well done this weekend at Nationals. They were 3rd after the first day, continued on after an injury forced them to stop, and finished 8th out of 26. They were also given the Division Award for Best Use of Props.
Now in local news, one of Sarah Huckabee Sanders' first acts as Arkansas governor was to ban most state agencies from using the gender-neutral term Latinx, tapping into a debate that divided Hispanics along generational lines. She said, "One of the things as governor that I will not permit is the government using culturally insensitive words." On the other hand, Castillo Reyes criticized Sanders' order as unnecessary, but said they think it will offer an opportunity to discuss the need for gender-neutral terms with a wider community.
Native Hawaiians are flocking to Las Vegas for affordable living. Hawaii residents are spending on average 42.06% of their income on rent, which is the highest of any state. According to a Forbes home analysis, Las Vegas was desirable to many families because it's a popular vacation destination for residents. Honolulu City Council Chair Tommy Waters states that's just incredibly sad to me that Hawaiians cannot afford to live in Hawaii. There's no Hawaii without Hawaiians.
In California, 32 trillion gallons of rain and snow fell since Christmas. The water washed out roads, knocked out power, and created mudslides by soaking wildfire-charred hills. It caused damage in 41 of the state's 58 counties. At least 21 people have died. Only about 230,000 Californian homes and other buildings have flood insurance policies, which are separate from homeowners insurance. That means only about 2% of properties are covered against flooding. The federal government is the insurer for the bulk of them, about 191,000 as of December. Private insurers issued the rest, according to the most recent state data from 2021.
With the winter weather we've been having, I've been trying my best to keep healthy and not get sick. I hear we've got a story about a student right here at SHS who always has to keep tabs on her health and diet.
That's right. Madeline Bulin interviewed a student about her autoimmune disorder.
Dealing with a disorder can be difficult. A student at SHS has learned to navigate her life with her autoimmune condition.
Celiac is basically, it's an autoimmune disorder that affects your healthy blood cells. So if I eat gluten, it attacks those healthy blood cells and can really affect my digestive system and my intestines and all that stuff.
After Grayson noticed a few problems, she went to get a blood test. Her results impacted her life.
2 years ago, I was going to get tested for anemia, but they did a blood test and then they found out I had celiac. Gluten is wheat, barley, and rye, and so I checked the labels of foods that I think contain that, and usually food labels don't say barley or rye, so I have to read the whole thing, but if it has wheat, then it'll usually say. But I eat a lot of corn substitutes and rice substitutes, so instead of wheat flour, I use rice flour or almond flour.
In order to not get sick, Grayson has to make sure she doesn't eat gluten. To do that, she must check food labels for gluten or cross-contamination.
About 52 to 58 hours is when gluten leaves the body, so if you eat that, it'll stay in there, and those effects can last that long. And so about 3-4 days is when I started noticing a difference in my stomach problems after I had cut gluten out of my diet.
Although she cannot eat gluten, there's many substitutions that can be made. She's constantly looking for alternatives to her meals.
Since celiac is non-curable, I'll probably have it for the rest of my life, but I have found a way to make easy substitutions to all the foods I used to eat.
Grayson has to navigate her life differently since her disorder. She has learned many things since her discovery. Back to you guys.
Wow, that's a lot of thinking that has to go into choosing what snack to have at lunch.
I know, I can't imagine. It seems just as difficult as predicting what the weather will be like this week.
Thankfully, Linus Bowman is here to tell us exactly that.
Good morning, Cersei. I'm Linus Bowman with your weather update. Today will be cloudy with an 11% chance of rain, a high of 46 degrees, and winds at west-northwest at 11 miles per hour, humidity at 74%, and sunrise at 7:11 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with a low of 31 degrees, rain at 10% chance, winds at west-northwest at 6 miles per hour, humidity at 84%, and sunset at 5:28 p.m. On to the almanac. Our last 7 days temperatures will be a high of 69, a low of 28, a monthly average precipitation at 3.58 inches, month to date at 2.56 inches, and now on to the 5cast. Thursday will be a high of 44, a low of 26, and a 6% chance of rain and partly cloudy. Friday will be a high of 54, a low of 34, and a 7% chance of rain and really sunny. Saturday will be partly cloudy with a high of 54, a low of 46, and a 66% chance of rain. Sunday will be showers and a high of 55, a low of 32, and a 58% chance of rain. Monday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 43, a low of 32, and a 24% chance of rain.
With these lower temperatures we'll be having, I'm hoping we get some snow.
Me too.
Hey Paige, is it almost time for lunch? I'm starving.
Not for a while, but I can tell you what we're having. For lunch we'll be having classic cheese pizza, crispy chicken patty, barbecue pork sandwich, strawberry parfait, turkey ranch wrap, fresh red grapes, and milk.
That all sounds delicious. I'll have to make sure to thank our lovely lunch ladies for keeping us all well fed.
I always do. Now, I wonder what's going on in the world of sports.
Luckily, Marley Price can give us all the latest sports updates.
Good morning, SHS. Let's get right into those sports announcements. In local sports, our Lady Lions basketball team defeated the Valley View Blazers last Friday, 58-52. Our boys fought hard but ended up losing 48-65. The Lady Lions and Lions wrestling teams participated in the Conway Invitational Tournament last weekend. The girls came out on top with Alina Williams winning Outstanding Wrestler. The guys ended up in second place with Grant Lawson and Xavier Floyd winning their brackets.
Individually, I'm trying to make sure that the moves that I hit consistently in matches are what I'm practicing. You know, practice makes perfect. So every time that I hit it in practice, I want to make sure I hit it with the right technique. So whenever I go in a match, whenever I'm hitting in a high intense scenario, I can hit it just as well as I hit in practice. As a team, as a whole, we're thinking more point-wise. So if we know we're getting a match that's going to be really hard, we know that we may not win this one. We just really don't want to lose by pin, because that ends up hurting the team more.
The Arkansas Razorbacks basketball team battled Ole Miss on Saturday and pulled out in front with a final score of 69-57. They are currently sitting at 10th in the SEC. In national sports, the NFL playoffs have recently begun and the stakes are high. The Cowboys and the 49ers dueled on Sunday, with the 49ers coming out on top after an odd final play by the Cowboys left fans scratching their heads. The final score was 12-19. Along with San Francisco, the Eagles, Chiefs, and Bengals won their games and they will all be moving on to the next round. Well, that's all I have for you today. We'll catch up with you on Friday. Back to the news desk.
Thanks, Marley. I'll be sure to tune in to all of the upcoming games.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today, Cersei, but you can always find us on YouTube at Cersei High Lion TV.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Paige Reynolds.
And I'm Emily Tyler. Have a great Wednesday, Cersei.